Sit. 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 Good girl. Stay. Down. Lay down. Good girl. Open your toes. Hey, sit. Down. Good girl. flowers. Nice. Sit. Sit. Sit down. Stay. Sorry, I forgot something. Just a little bit this way. Okay, I'm ready for you. Leave the flowers alone. Leave the flowers alone. Leave the flowers alone. Don't do that. Don't do that. Why you do that? Hmm? Come here. Find your position. Come on. Get comfy. Get comfy. Come on. There's the setter. There's the setter. Hey, get comfy. Find your position. Oh, that's don't step on that. Ouch. You good? This is it? You found the spot? This is the one? Welcome back. Another week is gone. 7 strong days. And it's Saturday again. A day where you can decide what to do with your time. Hopefully, for the most of us. You can go out and see nature, spend time with friends, get caught up around the house, spend time with your kids, whatever it might be. I hope it's beautiful weather wherever you are. It's a nice sunny day here in Muskegon. When you find your rhythm in life, it's a good rhythm. Everything starts to flow. Time starts to fly. Things begin to just run their course. Now, finding your rhythm is important. Ensuring that is, in fact, your rhythm. Many people mindlessly march to the beat of someone else's drum. That's the power of music. Is you can create a groove and you can make somebody else move to it. But that same rhythm can be someone else's intention, someone else's dream, someone else's vibration. For example, when you work for a company, that company was started under someone's, maybe some group's vision, dream, desire. So when you show up every day to work your job for your employer, you're moving to their rhythm. You're helping them achieve their goal. It might be helping you move towards yours to some degree. And if it is, then good. You're doing what you need to do in that moment to move towards your success. But for many, many, that's not the case. We're dancing to someone else's music. We're moving to someone else's beat. There's so much other noise in the atmosphere, so much other signal that you can catch someone else's wave. It's heading in the wrong direction, moving you further from your goal. Finding your own signal, moving to your own rhythm. It applies to everything in life. The books you read, the food you eat, the exercise you participate in, the activities that you do, the people you spend your time with, the music you listen to, on and on and on. It's all about finding your own rhythm. And once you find that rhythm, you should be in a state of joy, a state of bliss, a state of utter excitement. There should be nothing that should take you off of that beat. But if you find yourself doing some of these things haphazardly, or perhaps even mindlessly, or even begrudgingly, And maybe you're not in your rhythm. Maybe you're in someone else's rhythm. Finding your own rhythm is, well, it's a matter of preference. But more than that, it's a matter of listening to yourself, allowing the true you, whoever you may be, to blossom, to unfold, to open up, to just be. And I must admit, it is immensely difficult to do in the modern day. You'll see a lot of musical artists that all seem to sound the same. They all dress the same. They all act the same. It's like, well, whose rhythm are you dancing to? Whose music are you making? But that's at one level. You see a lot of families that move the same, buy the same cars, act the same, think the same, go to the same events. Are they moving at their own rhythm? Possibly, right? Possibly they're picking up someone else's signal. They're riding someone else's wave. Possibly. Now, the question is for you to ask yourself, am I riding my own wave? Am I making my own wave? Am I happily gliding along, flowing through life? If the answer to any of those questions is not a heartfelt, resounding yes, it might be a good time to do some self reflection, to try to start removing some of the extraneous layers that may have been applied to you throughout your life, values that you don't actually hold, beliefs that actually do not serve you, responsibilities that aren't actually your responsibility. And you do this in a way in order to uncover what has been there since the beginning, what has always been there and will always be there if you stop and listen. If you take a moment for yourself and just ponder, reflect, contemplate. Don't overthink it. Just let it vacillate in your mind. Say, this is maybe, I like, this is kind of, just let it float there. Don't make a judgment on it. Your natural reaction will become very clear if you just think about it long enough. Not with some action that needs to take place, but just how do you feel? Does it give you a knot in your stomach? Or does it make you smile and glide away? Singing and whistling and skipping. It'll be pretty obvious. But taking the time to move away a lot of the addictions that have just been picked up over time, the things that we say we need in order to just be us. Ooh, right? This is just muddying up the signal. This is helping us just get through the day. Anytime you say something to the effect of, ah, I couldn't live without this, ah, I need this in order to be me, You're sending a very loaded message out into the world, but also inside to yourself. That 90% of your mind, which is subconscious, that you don't have direct access to, that listens to every single thought, every single word that comes out of your mouth. It listens, it accepts, it obeys. And here you are just gliding through life, ha ha ha, just like, well, I need my coffee in the morning so I can feel like myself. Really? Is that something you need? Or is that something that you've developed as a crutch? Is the pattern of your life maybe not your frequency? It's not your rhythm. Staying up too late because you like to party with these friends. That means that you wake up kind of groggy. You got to go to work, which is stressful. So, well, the only things they have at the office that they provide for you are, well, coffee and energy drinks, maybe some matcha, maybe some kombucha. So you got to mainline that in order to have the up so you can go into that meeting and put your best face on and get your presentation done so you can ride that wave into the next thing. And you're doing it just to get by so that you can what? Ask yourself, is there another way? Is there something else that I should possibly be doing that would make me feel more fulfilled? That would give me that feeling of vibrance, that I'm waking up every day and moving under my own capacity, under my own drive, under my own lust for life. You probably told your friends about it. You've probably been sitting at the bar saying, "Oh, I'd love one day to open a embroidery shop. Oh, one day, one day, one day, one day. I'd love to just go and collect gemstones and sell those. One day, one day, one day, one day. I'd love to just go fishing all the time. Oh, maybe I'll do it in my retirement. One day, one day, one day, one day." And these dreams are all right there. They're right there in front of you. You're saying them, you're speaking them. They pour out of you and they get blocked by all of this other signal. Well, that doesn't make money. And I need to make money because I got my house, I got my car, and I got this, and I got that, and I got to do this, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do this, got to do this, got to do this. How do you know it won't make money? How do you know that's not for you? Well, I look online and it looks like, well, how do you know? If that's the thing that would make you happy and that's the thing you talk about, then why are you wasting time? Well, I got to save up first. Or once you start cleaving away a lot of the things that you believe that you require, the things you say, well, I can't live without this. Catch yourself. Do you really need that? Or is it something that you just become addicted to? One of those sneaky little unsuspecting addictions. It's a dependency. It's a reliance upon something outside of us to give us a feeling of fulfillment on the inside. But this inside is an infinite void. No matter what you put in it, it accepts. 5 minutes, 5 hours, 5 days later, guess what? It's empty again. Gone. Doesn't matter what hole you put it in, how you accept it, it's gone. And usually you're worse off because of it. Maybe you can't see the damage, Maybe you don't see what you sacrificed. But anytime you take the easy road instead of doing the hard thing, something is exchanged. When you're standing at the bottom of a big staircase and there's an escalator there and there's a staircase, you're like, ah, I'll take the escalator. There is something there that you had to trade off. There's an opportunity to conquer that you, mm, later, right? I'll just take the easy way. These are small decisions in life. They're conveniences that rob us of our own ability to be self fulfilled, to achieve, to have the success. But we love our comforts here. Can't live without them. Our plush beds, our very ornate routine, the foods that we buy, TV shows that we watch, the channels. It can't all be necessary. I'm not saying cut it all out. I'm saying it can't all be necessary. You really don't require that much, but we've been riding someone else's wave, looking around and seeing what other people are doing, and all of a sudden we got to keep up, and otherwise we're not relevant to them. We're thinking the same thing about you. What are we doing? Wasting all this energy, wasting all this time thinking about stuff outside of us. You can return to yourself. Think about you, not the beliefs or the desires, the attachments that have been thrust upon you in life that you've picked up along the way. Think about you. What actually makes you happy? What gives you that never ending thrill? And then build everything else around that. But in order to figure out what that is, you gotta pull back all the other layers and sit or walk and just be. Just calm down. Just listen. And you'll find something in that silence. You'll find a little bubbling anxiety that keeps coming up. You find a little regret of something that you past did. You find all the expectations of the people around you. You can allow those things to either constrict you, hold you in place, or you can move past them and think about yourself and how you being the best version of you would actually solve all of those things. All the things of your past, by you stepping into the best version and discovering the best version of you, those things disappear. They become the best part of your story, in fact. Everyone loves a comeback. Everyone loves someone who turned around. People look at it and say, "Oh, I'm irredeemable. I've done so many bad things, all that stuff." But we love a story where someone turns their life around, makes a difference. So why not let that be you? I thought I was on this life trajectory. I went through high school, went through college, came out into the corporate world, and I was doing this thing and I was making good money, but deep down inside, I was miserable. Why? Ask yourself. Oh, I hate my job. What would you rather be doing? Ask yourself. I'd rather be scuba diving. Oh, but there's no money in scuba diving. So what? Go down that road. I'd rather be a writer. I'd rather be a singer. I'd rather be a musician. Pursue those things. Even at your own peril, pursue them. Because the moment you're not lustfully excited and blissfully moving towards your purpose, you're a crestfallen star. You're already beginning the long decline. The moment your purpose is no longer your driving factor in life and someone takes that from you, you're just beginning the long death march to the grave. Every single moment in your life is an opportunity to pick the highest star. Move towards it. To be the best version of yourself. To let go of your past mistakes, your past stuff, your past. Your past isn't here. It doesn't exist. It's not real. And your future is what you make of it. Also not real. But this present moment, you have the ability to make a choice. I want to be the best parent. I am the best parent. I make the best decisions for my child. I am moving towards my greatest joy. I'm finding pleasure in all the things I do in my life. But it starts with right now, the present moment. Making the tough decision to cut out all the dumb shit. Being aware that when you're on any of those social media channels, when you're watching anything, even on this screen, it's someone wanting you to go do something for them. Now, I can't say that I'm any different. I would like to think that I want you to go do something for you. There will come a day where I will promote some product on this channel. That day is not today. And on that day, yes, I want you to go do something for me. But that day is not today. And everything that I have said to this point and will continue to be about is you. Getting you to open up and just be you. That includes me. Sharing your personal experience, living your best life. It starts right now. And every moment you spend thinking about it and not doing it, it's a moment you'll never get back. Every moment you waste being constricted by the responsibilities that you've just chained yourself with is a moment you'll never get back. Every moment you spend in your head, worried, concerned, anxious, regretful, angry, spiteful, it's a moment you'll never get back. It's not helping you get closer to your goal. Let that go. Let it all go and fill yourself with the right vibration, with the right think, with the right feelings. Fill yourself with it. And then watch how the world around you changes. Do you always see the bad in the day, or do you always see the good in the day? Do you speak from a place of love, or do you have a hard spot inside of you where it has this abrasive mechanism inside of you that speaks out from that place? Now is the time to try to be that person, the loving, caring, best version of yourself. And if you commit right now to being that person, you don't need to know what that person actually is. You don't need to know what they're going to do, but you can start by committing to that. You can look around you and say, oh, actually, yeah, me going, sitting down and turning on Netflix is actually not following through with me committing to that best version of me. Me going to the fast food place because I have that little thing or I saw the advertisement, that's actually not me committing to the best version of myself. Me getting hot and quickly responding to this email because it sort of poked my ego is not me being the best version of myself. Me sleeping in late and not getting up and doing my fitness routine is not me being the best version of myself. These little decisions all start compounding. We love talking about compound interest in the US. What about the compound interest in yourself? Letting that compound over time. Not, oh, I did it Monday through Saturday and I'm going to take a cheat day. No, no cheat days. Just every day showing up for yourself, every day loving yourself, every day making the real decision for you to be the best version of you. Every day realizing I am the best version of myself. So I make all the best decisions. Say it. Well, you might not believe it the first time you say it, but then you say it again. Then you say it again, and you say it again, say it again. I am the best version of myself, moving towards my highest purpose, living life every day as if it's my last. Happily knowing that if it was, so be it, because I'm doing what makes me happy. And what more is there? This is what I hope for everybody. Find your rhythm. Find your frequency. Find what makes you happy. And make sure it comes from within you. If it doesn't come from within, you have to cast it away. You have to let it go. You have to identify it and reject it. Even if you think it'll have some sort of blowback, you have to do it for you. How else are you going to be the best version of yourself if you're allowing all of this negative shit to just keep lingering? You're seeing it, you're thinking it, you're feeling it, you're saying it. How are you going to be your best version? You keep eating it, drinking it, smoking it. How are you going to be the best version of yourself if you make all these small mistakes and you keep allowing them to happen? Now, if that's a part of your best version, do it. But then realize you are the best version of yourself. Nothing wrong with that. But then accept the fact that you are the best version of yourself and then let that be. But many of us have this cognitive dissonance between the best version of ourselves that we want to be and the best version of ourselves that we currently are. Be the better version. Be the one that strives to always be better. Not better than your peers, not better than your siblings, not better than your parents, better than you. Because that person already exists. You just have to become them. Realize them, recognize them, be them. No excuses. No mistakes, no shortcuts, just every moment of every day making the right decision for you. And if it gives you a little bit of fear inside, that's probably the right decision. Oh, I'm afraid to do this because that's probably the right one. Whatever that is. That behind that tough decision is the best version of yourself. Let me tell you a quick little story. When I was in India, after my first month at the ashram, I had this desire to go on an adventure, solo adventure by myself. So I was just had this idea. And one day I'm in a taxi and there's another gentleman in the taxi and he says, "Have you ever been to Kedarnath?" I said, "No, where's that?" He goes, "It's 250 kilometers away." I'm like, "Can I get there in a couple days?" He goes, "Yeah, absolutely." So I go, "Okay, that's the place I'm going to go." So I go and I rent a motorcycle. I'd never ridden a motorcycle before. And I go to just some like hole in the wall spot, not like an official rental place. It's just like some dude. He rents me his bike and he shows me, he goes, "Oh, this is this, this is that." He literally dusted the thing off. It'd been sitting in an alley probably for months and months and months, not even driving. And I get on this thing and it's one of those like kind of, it's a cruiser. So it's a little bit further back. It's not like up here if you're into motorcycles. Tires are kind of bald. And I get on this thing and I start it up and I barely make it down the hill. And he's yelling at me. He goes, "Don't use the front brake." I'm like, "Okay, that's good advice." And I turn around and I get up the hill and I pass him. I'm like, "Okay, see you later." And I'm driving home. It's a manual. So I'm pulling the clutch and I'm learning how to find the first gear. The light's not working. And I'm trying to make it back to the ashram so I can park and go to sleep. And it's rush hour. So there's traffic, uphill. Oh my goodness. Clutch, brake, gas. Okay. Stall, clutch, brake, gas, car, cow, dog, clutch, brake, gas. And I get there and I'm smoking. Was that me? Was that the clutch? Did I like what's happening? I just started. I'm freaking out. I'm like, this is not even day zero. I get off the bike. I barely park it. Ugh, not a good start. And then one of the gentlemen comes out. He goes, "Oh, your bike's smoking." I'm like, "I know." He goes, "You should probably get that fixed." I'm like, "Eh." So I go upstairs and I pack my bag. And I remember getting into bed that night and being terrified, bone chillingly, shiveringly scared. Oh my God, what am I doing? This is the dumbest thing ever. This is so dumb. His bike is already, it's a problem from day zero. I don't know what I'm doing. I've never ridden a motorcycle before. So I'm writing this in my journal, journaling all this. I'm like, anxiety, fear. Holy shit, what am I going to do? I was like, okay, I wrote it all down. I was like, tomorrow we're going to wake up and we're going to take it slow and we're going to get the bike checked out and we're just going to go on our way. And in the morning, I woke up, I got dressed, and I went down there with renewed confidence. Okay. I got on the motorcycle, I started it up, and everything was good. I went and got gas. And at the gas station, another gentleman said, "Hey, you're smoking. You should probably get that checked out." I'm like, okay, this is clearly serious and clearly a problem. So let's go get this thing checked out. And at the next town, I went and I found another guy, and I said, "Hey, can you take a look at my bike?" And he checked it out, and he goes, "Yeah, I can fix it." I go, "Okay." And I went and got lunch and he fixed it. And I came back. I'm like, "How much?" He goes, "No, free of charge." It wasn't that big of a deal. Awesome. And then I went going some more, some more, some more, left that town. And then all of a sudden, put, done. On the side of the road, some mountain. Went up this hill, down this hill. Bike turned off. Didn't turn back on. Technically, this would be one of your greatest fears come true. What if, what if, what if, what if? Well, guess what? What if just happened? What next? And my first thought was, well, fuck. But my immediate second thought was, okay, what next? Not a moment of, oh my God, what? No, none. What next? How do we solve this? Where are we going to? This is going to resolve somehow. And that whole adventure ended up transpiring where I ended up making friends and them helping me out and everything just completely got reconfigured. I met some people, I got to see how they fix bikes and got fixed up. $20 later, back on the road. Now, what happened through all of that was I had a fear that I moved towards despite the fear. And when I was able to cross over it, move through it, achieve, move beyond it, I ended up gaining more wisdom, more knowledge, more strength, more self confidence. I thought, well, this was impossible. And then I went and did it. And then, oh my goodness, wow, I didn't know I was capable of that. I didn't think this was possible, but I took the first step. You got to take the risk. Your greatest achievements are on the other side of that risk. And if you never take that risk, then you'll never know what you're capable of. You'll always just be kind of just in the rut, dancing to someone else's beat, going to work, doing someone else's dream. But when that fear shows up and you're like, "Oh my goodness, that's the thing." That's the thing. Like when you want to go ask someone out. Ooh, right? Your heart starts pounding and your adrenaline starts going and you go up and you say, would you like to, can we go out on a, yes, go do it. They say yes, they say no, doesn't matter. You're following your own rhythm now. You're dancing to your own music. That only comes when you step out and shine. Take the risk. Playing it safe in your comfort zone and getting your steady paycheck and doing someone else's dream is not how you live your highest purpose. It's not how you grow to be the greatest version of you, which you already are. But you have to recognize it, to let go of all of the other stuff and just be you. I've always wanted to. That's it. That one. That thing. Whatever that is, go right the fuck now. Go do it. Go do it. Quit everything, go be stressed about it, and move towards it and realize, oh, it's actually way easier than I thought it was. It's way more fun than I thought it was. You're going to make new friends along the way. You're going to have a whole new life trajectory that's going to be driven by you. The beat of your own drum, the beat of your heart, the frequency of your highest and greatest desire that's just waiting to pour out of you. Anything else is a waste. Any other moment you spend doing someone else's dream is a waste. It's a total waste. So don't waste it. Don't waste it. This time is precious. We all came here for a reason. Nature doesn't make mistakes. So here you are living your life, and maybe you're a little bit off track, and maybe you've caught someone else's wave. Now is the time to catch it. Bring it all back. Spend some time with you. Go camping. Get out. Just think with yourself. Write your thoughts down. Try to figure out what's yours and what's not. And then by doing that, you will reconfigure your entire existence. 1 month, 6 months, 5 years from now, you'll look back and say, wow, look at all those decisions that I had to make that seemed really hard back in the day, but well, now I can write a novel. Now I can write the story. It's true. I did the hard things. And look how fun that is. Versus I showed up and punched the clock for 20 years. I learned a lot, but now I get the chance to go and find out who I am and what I want to do and where I want to live and what I want to be. But like, you know, your best years are now, well, behind you. So how do I sum all this up? Start now. Don't waste any time. Start by believing in the best version of you, that you are the best version of you. And then think about what the best version of you would be doing. And then do that. Move towards it. You can start slow, maybe just do it in the evenings, but it permeates your entire day. From the food you eat, to the stuff you buy, to the people you spend your time with, to how you spend every moment, every breath of your life. And if you can be honest with yourself and you can start every morning by being the best version of yourself, all you need to do is just win that day. Start again in the morning. I am the best version of myself. What is that best version going to do? Whatever it is for the day, it'll come to you. You're like, oh, I need to quit my job today. Today's the day. Whatever the impulse is, okay, that's it. I'm the best version of myself. What am I going to do today? Oh, I meant to go and do this today. Go here today. Talk to this person today. Start this business plan today. Whatever it might be. Move to a different country. Listen to yourself. Please, 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 please listen to yourself. And when you do that, well, the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit. That's it for today. Hope you had a wonderful time listening. I hope I have inspired some activity. I now feel like I need to go be the best version of me, which probably entails, I don't know, walking this dog, going to the farmer's market and trying to find some good organic food. Maybe I got a new hammock. I can go set that up and read my book. Whatever that might be for me, I'm going to go figure out what that is so I can continue being the best version of me. And I wish that for you as well. Take this time for you. Sit, reflect, identify what the positive growth trajectory is for you to just be the best version of you. Start your little business or go traveling, break up with somebody, or whatever it is. Do it for you. Be selfish. That way you can be entirely you. No excuses, no regrets, no anxiety, no apologies. So thank you for listening, and yeah, have a great week. Ooh. Hey, Sophia. Sophia, we're done. Passed out. Hey, Sophia. Sophia. Want to go outside? Sophia. Oh, 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 my love, Sophia. Oh, I love you so much. You're so good the way you sit there. What now? What now? Should we go outside? Let's go outside. Let's go outside. Oh, yeah. Oh. That's it for this week. See you next time.